and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in winter, part 10 of our Four Keeps adventure. Today is February 1st, 2021, and you are loved. That is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, including full playthroughs of Curse of Strahd, Ghosts of Saltmarsh, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, Tomb of Annihilation, and soon coming this week, we'll be finishing our Tyrant Security game as well. So you can find a full playthrough of that there. It's going to be a great time. But if you are more of an audiocast inclined individual, you can also find us anywhere audiocasts are made available for free. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, you can go to patreon.com/indooradventures to check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So if you have any questions that you'd like to ask myself or any of these other fine folk, feel free to post them in the side chat of our Twitch off to the side, or join us in our Discord. The link can be found down below in the description of this video or audio cast. But if you already support us on YouTube, you already support us on Twitch and Patreon and all of those other wonderful places, and you're trying to think to yourself, where can I go to help support this wonderful show even more? Well, hey, guess what, buddy? I got your back. Quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got crop tops, throw pillows, shower curtains, journals, clocks, aprons, and most importantly, we also have Tia masks. That's right, we have masks with the symbol of Tiamat upon them, done up by our very own Cyberwolf 1201 in all of her chromatic colors. So if you would like to help support with all of the proceeds, of those masks going to help support Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like to help support a good cause or help support the show, feel free to once again go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. But that is it for my opening spiel. So hey, RJ, who you playing today?
Hey everybody, I'm RJ and I'm back. Yay! Today I'll be playing Caelum, the Shatterkai Wizard Cleric, he, him.
Hello everyone, I'm LBHackEmUp and I'm going to be playing Gwen, the Halfling Barbarian Fighter, both she, her.
Hoi, I'm Cyber. I use he, him pronouns. I'm going to be playing Arjhan, the Draconian Ranger. That's his class. Also uses he, him.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. I'm going to be playing as Cori, the Elegant Paladin. We both use she, her.
And I am the Indoor Adventurer, and tonight I shall be your Dungeon Master. So, last we left off, your group followed a glowing golden light that was coming from a crevasse centered on your Eladrin companion after she had resurrected, well, partially, her apparently interplanar traveling girlfriend, Oliviette, who disappeared into a bout of golden butterflies. It was at that point, though, that after descending down into the crevasse, that you found what looked like a stone window. Upon entering into said stone window, you found out that it was actually an entrance into the lost elven city of Solaris Relthwyn. Perhaps the first elven city that actually existed on the Feywild in the times before the primordial Fae had been tamed. It was at this point that you all descended down and met with a shardling, a creature made of pure crystal who is known only as the Conservator, who had done their duty for thousands of years to keep this city in tip-top shape, which at first was a little unsettling because you're used to abandoned cities, being abandoned, and there was just one guy there whose job it was to make sure that it looked nice. It was at this point that you all were escorted into a library. You found out more about what the creature known as Vinrue was capable of doing. And Caelum, while RJ was absent, Caelum came up with the idea of using a combination of a scry spell to figure out exactly where Vinrue was in the heart of winter, and then was in the process of reworking a teleportation circle to allow your group to just teleport directly to the creature that you have been effectively hunting throughout your entire trip in the Feywild. So where we left off, it was the morning of your trip. You had just learned about all of the about all of the abilities that you could from previous war plans, from said previous war plans, and I believe you were all heading to the library to meet up with Caelum for at least an idea of what to do going forward? What was your plan of attack? And that is actually where we are going to pick up this evening. So you have all regrouped. You are all able to get in a long rest. Caelum, since you as RJ were gone last week, we're going to go through a little bit of what Caelum had been able to do during his time in the library. While you were gone from the party inhabiting this library, you were able to retool and rework a teleportation circle. Normally, you can only teleport from one circle to another, knowing the different locations that they can possibly go to, but you kind of made a one-way ticket style teleportation circle. If you'd like, you can add that circle to your spell book as an existing teleportation circle of places that you know. Also, within the library, I know that you had expressed that you wanted, or at least in Solaris Relthrin, you had wanted to include a shrine to Mistra amongst a temple to Saloon. You were able to do so. And in the library, you were also able to find a series of books while you were researching possibilities on what to do against Vinrue. The title of these books I will also send to you in chat, but some of the ones that you found were Sentience of the Wildlands, which is just a book about the general creatures that live here in the Feywild. The Tome of Ancients, which talks about each of the primordial Fey, but doesn't really talk as much about Vinrue, it would seem, as well as a Traveler's Guide to Chorus Aird, a Traveler's Guide to Abir Toril, and an Introduction to Spheres. And looking into this Introduction to Spheres book, it actually kind of brings up something that you had already known after the Holiday Nexus adventure, was that most planes, most realities exist inside of their own separate crystalline sphere. And this book seems to be more of like a dummy's guide as to what exactly that means, but it still makes for an interesting read. And the Traveler's Guides both are written from the perspective of an elven exodus. It seems like when the elves were initially finding their way to the Feywild, it was part of a much larger exodus. They were trying to find a place that they could call their home, and this was across many different planes, not just the Feywild. As such, different people would make trips back from the plane where they had come to, report back to the Feywild and let them know, hey, if you go to this plane, this is kind of what you can expect. This is like the natives, that sort of thing. So that way, if you ever found yourself on said plane, you would at least have a base understanding of what to expect going there. And you have heard of Chorus Aird, that is the plane that you are a native of. And surprisingly, you also, upon looking through A Traveler's Guide to Abir Toril, you have known individuals from this plane as well. Quite a while ago, you ended up meeting a young half-elf wizard who had taught, who the two of you had actually exchanged spells, one Silmi Malrezka, and she was actually a native of Abir Toril. So it's more of just a thing to kind of keep in mind if you ever find yourself there, generally things to expect. And
Vampires, werewolves, fuck all.
Vampires, werewolves, whatever the fuck Kefris was, that sort of thing. But yeah, so those are just general things that you can kind of expect for those planes. Other than that, like, you kind of know what to expect on Chorus Aird, and a lot of this information seems very dated. At least from what you can gather upon reading the Chorus Aird book. But again, at this point, it's more of like a fun history rather than it is a like, oh, you're right, I should watch out about this thing. But it describes the different popularity of gods, that sort of thing. And when you're reading through it, it actually also does not make any mention of a Sundering or a Raven Queen, and talks about the prevalence of things like dragons, giants, things that you know don't really exist on your plane so much anymore.
Post-sundering information. Got it.
You have pre-sundering information now.
Sorry.
Yeah. But was there anything that you wanted to do during your meditation or while setting up the shrine to Mistra?
What is the span of time while the group is away from Caelum right now? How
About
many
8 hours.
Cool. I'm gonna talk to Mom.
Okay. Talk to Mom as in saloon.
Which one?
Which mom? You have so many parents.
And none of them are there in my life.
Wait, what?
You're like my wine aunt. Anyway, he'll send a message to both Saloon and Mistra. Cori has fallen under Char's influence. I no longer feel safe or know what to do. I'm thinking of leaving the party. If you have any ideas, they are very much welcome at this time.
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana or religion?
Religion. Either way, because they're both gods of magic as well, so, like, really up to you.
19.
19? So... Saloon seems perturbed at the fact that your friend would be in league with Char, especially because it doesn't seem like she has heard any of this through the channels. But moon goddesses talk. Apparently, Elystrae, even though she is a little busy right now with quite a few things, did notice that she had a drop-off of what she described as an important follower at one point. So you're guessing that kind of lines up on that one. Mistra, however, seems to have a much more reasonable option, or at least thought process on this, which is if you feel like she has fallen in league with Char, then it is up to you to bring her back. You are her magister. Hers, meaning Mistra's. It is possible to undo what her Dark Mother has done. It will be difficult, but do not give up hope.
Caelum nods his head and kind of redoubles to Saloon. Wait, you're saying Elystrae found a drop-off in followers? That means...
Follower, singular.
Follower. That wasn't a choice on her part, then?
Saloon does not believe that it was Elystrae's choice. Usually, if you meet a god and a paladin is down to be your champion, very rarely is it the god's choice to then say, I'm done with you. You would have, there would have to be such a drastic shift in temperament for that to happen.
All right. Well, no new recollections on Corvain, but if anything does happen, I will keep you both updated.
It's hard for them to, for me to describe them, like, the feeling of them nodding in agreement towards you, but that's kind of the,
It's
kind of the
two
compliance.
thumbs up icons
Yeah.
that pop up.
Like in the tome, just one, like, Mistra held on to hers longer so that way it would get bigger and then pop. Yeah.
All right. After that, I guess Caelum will read through some of the books. If he could talk with a conservator, he has a question.
Yeah. Conservator was the one that led you to the library, and just base conversation with this guy. They haven't had anyone to talk to in a long time. They're not exactly chatty, but they enjoy conversation.
Conservator.
Yes, friend Caelum.
I have a question. Prior to this new, gosh, what's his name? Lathan? Not, it's not Lathander, is it? That Cori's been called
Lorethian.
Lorethian. Prior to this Lorethian, there was another one, correct?
Conservator nods.
Are you familiar with their party? Or the group of individuals that they were with?
He nods again. And they bring up the party members that you actually already have known from the book We Are Only Visiting, which was Rodrin Silverthorn, Saya Tonfield, Kiana Asterbow, and Barceris Golden Barrel.
Golden Barrel. That's... I don't think... I might be assuming, but is that an Eladrin last surname?
It was. Hasn't been used in a while. It was more of a title than a surname. Because they and the conservator will let you know that it was because they were barrel-chested.
Oh, all right. All of these books predate a lot of things on the material plane. Do you have any that are written like, and then he'll show Conservator the language of the lost in this language?
Conservator. Let me see. He will investigate. He looks at that and then looks up at you and looks at it again. Is this a joke? Are you attempting to be humorous?
No, it's a legitimate question.
And
Why?
They just shake their head. I cannot read these.
Huh. Well, okay. Fair enough.
You would also know that Conservator is not magically inclined.
Ah, okay.
And so the language of the weave is something that they just don't know.
Oh, if I have 8 hours, how long would that take?
Most of your 8 hours is going to be spent working on the teleportation circle.
Got-y. All right. Caelum will chat with Conservator.
Yeah.
Pick their cortex as he works.
Yeah. And Conservator is more than willing to talk to you about all sorts of things, the things that they know, mostly about like how there was a time where people used to come to Conservator all the time. People loved them, but then all of the elves left, and Lorethian told them to stay behind, and he knew that it knew that it was its duty. So they have just been here, making sure that the city is at least well kept, the parts of it that weren't completely destroyed or covered in snow and ice. Because again, without magic, they can't really do a whole lot other than just like bang their crystalline mitts against ice in the hopes of steadily and slowly burrowing somewhere.
Well, hopefully when all of this is resolved, we can get some Eladrin in here and raise this place back up.
Conservator would like this. It misses the sound of elven children.
But elven children are rarely born, I came to.
They are very old. They have been around for a while, and you also get the idea that they were a teacher at one point.
Well, when you're free of your duties, I might have a job for you.
They nod.
Scribble, 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 scribble. as he tries to redo this teleportation circle
Okay.
for a halo drop.
Yeah. So that is when the rest of your party will eventually find you. So the 4 of you have reconvened at this point. At this point, Caelum, you have finished your Halo drop teleportation circle, and the only thing that is really left is for all of you to decide when and how you will go. Well, the how has already been described, so I guess it's really just up to when. So, are there any preparations that you all would like to do before entering into this here circle?
Would we be able to make potions?
Of cold resistance, I would need a week for each.
For each?
For each. There's a reason why we were playing Small Business Simulator.
Yeah, you right. But okay, that's fine. I'll prep my my aura that I was talking about last time. Yeah. But that means no auras for anything else. That it's going to be devoted solely to keeping us from losing.
Max
I
HP.
mean,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Let's go over the plan one more time, okay?
All right. We fight Cyprus until we draw out Vinrue. We know exactly what to expect from Vinrue, from all of these ancient texts describing how it fights. We do not know exactly what to expect from Cyprus.
Right.
Are we just beating the shit out of Cyprus until Vinrue is severed from him?
Yeah, is there like a strat with that?
The urn can only trap an elemental creature that it can only trap Vinrue. It's not going to have any effect on Cyprus as he is right now. Also, whoever uses this should know Elvish.
Fair. Well, I meant like Cori, you know his fighting style, right?
Yes.
So what's the best way to fight him?
It's been a very long time. He's
Yeah,
a
people
good
don't change that much.
well, he's a good swordsman. And he knows some magic.
What kind of magic?
I don't know, Steven, what does he know?
You know that as far as magic goes,
did we decide on a class for him? I was thinking Eldritch Knight, but I'm not sure.
He was kind of an Eldritch Knight. You know that for the most part, Winter Eladrin, once they reach a particular threshold in their combat abilities, gain access to things like a cone of cold. They can use things like ice storms, sleet storms, gusts of wind. But as he was, Cyprus knew very little magics. He mostly focused on his swordsmanship.
All right. She will explain that, and then she'll say, I don't know how much he's learned in the interim. I have changed a lot, but as we've said, time works differently in the Feywild. He may not have had the same amount of time as I have.
Right. I wrote a 7 on my notes, and I'm not sure what it's for. It's in the top right corner. It's concerning me.
Is there a way that we could possibly get the drop on him?
I mean, we still can't be traced by him.
Right.
So Or quite possibly. We also know that we know that he has the ability to summon others to fight for him. We should focus on him.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait. If he's a caster, wait. Am I the only one who's going to be fighting up close?
No, of course not.
No.
You and I are going to be next to him.
Right. Can we do the silence thing around him? Keep him in quiet so he can't cast spells, so he just is forced to fight us?
Not in my preview. I could force wall him in, but that'll give him some time to prepare whatever the hell he has up his sleeve.
That's not very helpful.
And
We don't-
I'm supposing that he's going to be more of a sword fighter than a spellcaster to begin with.
Right, but he can summon creatures, right? Don't you have to talk to do that?
Not necessarily.
Fuck. Just when I think I understand magic, y'all go and fucking change the game on me.
Yeah, vocal components are really more of a divine magic thing, I've come to find.
Caelum's going to ask Conservator for a couple of bottles of ink.
Yeah. You got him.
Cool. He'll stow those away.
Cori, do you want to take the urn?
I don't know if I should,
Why?
because all things being said, I'm most likely to go down first.
Okay. Will you tell me exactly how to say we will make for you a home in Elvish? Then.
Why don't you teach all of us just in case?
Okay. Cori
Yeah.
explains how to say we will make for you a home.
Yeah. Conservator, again, as a former teacher, is also willing to help out in this. So you all learn one elven phrase.
Okay.
For those of us who know Elvish.
For those of you who know Elvish, you already knew how to read it.
All right, is there any other planning that we can do? I mean, if your wall of force, Caelum, how big is it?
40 feet across.
Like a bubble?
In a bubble, yes.
Okay. So, worst case scenario, he starts summoning creatures to him. We bubble all of us in to fight him.
That is to say that he doesn't summon the creatures in the bubble.
Right. Like I said, I don't know how this works. I'm good with fighting. I'm good with strategizing. But we're going in with a lot of unknowns here. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're correct. I will take on a support role in any way I can. I will heal for as long as I can. And when I run out, I'll let you know.
Roger.
Who all has diamonds?
Cori raises her gauntlet, and it's just got diamonds all along the forearm.
Cori's the only one who can res people, right?
No.
Nope.
Oh.
Arjhan
Arjhan
can.
recently picked up that trick.
Oh. Solid.
And everyone should have at least one diamond on them.
Okay.
For when I gifted them to you all that time ago when I first learned to revivify myself.
Gwen starts checking all of her pockets.
We've made them into various jewelry. Caelum
Yeah,
has
yours
a
is an
ring.
earring, I'm sure.
Nope. Still checking my pockets.
Yours is a navel ring, I think.
Was it a belly button ring?
Oh my god, it was. she's like, oh, it's right here.
Checks all her pockets and it's in her belly button. Oh, Gwen.
She then
Yeah,
cleans out
Cori's
her
is an
belly button.
earring. Caelum is a ring.
Okay, so everybody has at least.
Everybody has at least one diamond on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope nobody has to use more than one.
It's fine.
Cori's got spares. So many spares.
Okay. I am concerned, but you know what? She kind of looks around the group. It's gonna be fine.
You think?
You know what? I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be fine.
All that we can do now is confront this.
All right.
But if I do die, will you please let my tribe know? And tell Chua to name the baby after me. Or not
You
Chua,
can-
Teresa.
You can let them know yourself after we bring you back.
I'm just, oh, well, yeah. I guess that's true. You know,
Cori-
just dotting all my I's.
Cori casts aid. Maximum 5 increase for herself, Arjhan, and Gwen.
Caelum will pat Gwen on the shoulder. Just do what you do best. Hit him hard, hit him fast. And if you die, walk it off.
Okay. What does aid do again?
Maximum.
Yeah.
Your maximum HP increases by 5.
So on Dune to Beyond, if you click your hit points, in the menu that pops up on the bottom left, it should say max HP override or modifier. Just put 5 in it.
Oh, okay. Not the override. Got
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
The override is if you want to like change it to a specific number. The modifier just adds.
I've made a mistake.
And if you long rest, and it'll ask you if you want to like reset those changes if you need to.
Yes. Okay. All right. We're figuring it out.
D&D Beyond.
Never been easier.
I did it.
I'm so proud. All right, is there anything else that we need to do? Any more upgrades or buffs or
Arjhan will fill 3 bolts with acid. I don't know what that does, but I have 3 hollow tip crossbow bolts that are going to be filled with acid now.
I have an ever burning torch. If I stick that in the snow, it's actual fire, right?
It is not actual fire. It is
Okay.
just a
Light source.
a light source that is a facsimile of fire.
It's an LED.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Faux fire.
Yeah. Not foxfire.
It's one of those lamps that has like the air blowing on some sheets of
Yeah,
fabric,
yeah.
so it looks like
Exactly. A wizard did it. That wizard's name was LL Bean. So, do you guys have anything else that you wanted to do?
Nope.
cry
Okay.
mostly?
That's a free action. You can do that at any time.
All right.
All right. So, as you get on to your Halo Drop teleportation circle, Caelum, you begin the incantation to launch yourselves off towards Winter's Dark Heart. And after about, I want to say how long does it take to use a teleportation circle? It's like
10 minutes.
Yep. So I assume like Caelum's in the process of getting the circle ready, and that's when you all are like slap handsing each other, like, oh, here's this buff, here's this buff, here's this buff, here's this buff. Making
But
sure.
Cori, before you run in, let me use the Sun Forger and burst him, and I know it's just don't you go in there faster than me sometimes, so just
Okay.
let me blow him up first.
All right. Got you. Understandable.
Okay. And so after that 10 minutes goes, the four of you are wrapped up in like this bluish crackling light. Normally, you're not used to the crackling effects involved in a teleportation. There's usually none there, but because this was a teleportation circle that has been retooled for something besides its regular purpose, there is a little bit of instability involved with it. But as you have that feeling of like stomach lurching, getting just shunted through space-time to reach the point where you know that you are to be. You feel your feet in almost like a sea of snow beneath you, but for the most part, it only comes up to most of your shins. Gwen, you kind of come up to about your waist on this one, just in this deep powder. And looking around, you do not see Cypress here, but you do see that large building that, Cori, you recognize as Cypress's childhood home. And the door to this home is swung open.
Stand ready.
And
I'm sorry,
it
just
is
one out of character thing.
freezing.
Yeah.
Did we say we were going to talk to him first or just attack him? This was last week.
That's true. I think that the implication was that Cori should try to talk to him, but doesn't necessarily preclude us from attacking him. Like if we have an opening, if we can like get the drop on him, we should. But yeah.
Arjhan is going to pick up his crossbow, like raise it and fiddle with something underneath it, cock it, and cast Pass Without Trace on everybody.
Nice.
Everybody has a +10 bonus to stealth.
And what's Cori's aura? How far is it?
30 feet.
30 feet? Okay. Gwen's going to try and stay on the outside of that. I mean, inside of it, but on the
edge.
I don't need this.
How big's your
Stand
aura?
right
30?
outside
I go
it.
35. Fuck you.
Fuck
How big's your
Cori,
Ori?
and you're
30?
gone.
I go 31.
Oh, sorry.
Also, the Pass Without Trace is a 30 foot thing as well.
Yep.
Cool.
Stay close. Keep your eyes out. Weapons drawn.
Okay. And do you approach this house?
Yes.
Okay. And as you do, you peek inside. Again, door has been left open. And looking around, you can see that there are what look like two openings inside of this hall, which, Cori, you would recognize as Cypress's dad's room and then Cypress's room. And then there is the main living area. There's a table that has been set up, and even though it is made of ice of various colors due to density ranging from a thin white to a almost diamond hard black, looking through, it looks like a standard Eladrin home. And as your group enters in, you do not see anyone here. And making your way inside, you all hear a voice. And a voice seems to just flow on the chill winds that are howling outside of this hovel. And it says, "This was the first day I sensed him." And the ground begins to shake. And from the door, you see a humanoid form made of ice entering through the door. And they are, again, roughly around 3 times the height of you. They look like they are fit for this building. And as they walk in, they pull a bag off of their shoulder made of ice, set it down onto the table. And you watch them walk up to the back counter of this home. "The first day I could feel the chill in his heart." from the back of the house, in the room closest to the door that you can all see, another figure made of ice appears. They are taller than the first form, and you can see that in their hands they carry a long blade made of ice. I had not even fully awakened, yet his spirit I could easily see. The figure with the long sword approaches the smaller of the two, and as they close the distance, you see that the figure with the sword raises it, alerting the defenseless form. And as the sword raises with intent, the icy figures both shatter to the snow-covered ground. We share an affinity, a connection, he and I. And from the open door that you have come through, you see a figure through this deep night blizzard, walking directly towards the open door of the house. You see twin pools of raw elemental energy seeping from a pair of eyes, frigid cold blue, behind a helm of black ice. Hand outstretched, you see the snow and ice falling through the sky coalesce into a blade on this humanoid-sized figure that you all recognize as Cypress. You cannot stop us. He is to be my eternal vessel until all is covered in our endless frost, while you are to be just another forgotten relic buried beneath the weight of your failure. And as they say this, you watch as they bring their sword down, and in a diagonal cut, the entirety of this house made of ice shatters around you as shards and chunks of this ice fall down. And I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw.
+4 if you're near me.
You all are.
29.
19.
Okay, 29, 19.
8.
Danger sense.
You're muted.
I rolled 2 17s.
Okay.
22.
So everyone is going to be taking half of this except for Cori. It was only 3 points of cold damage as the ice falls down around you. However, I am going to need you all to roll something else for me, something called initiative. So if you wouldn't mind doing that as well.
I was like, what else could we possibly roll? You madman! You monster!
I don't know if this is telling us how this fight is gonna go. If this is the start of the end. I rolled a 19 and a 20, so
I rolled
21.
a 2, which is a 10.
I have a 15.
13 for me.
Okay. So... Okay, let me get this situated. All right, so, Gwen, you have just heard this creature say that you are going to be buried underneath the weight of your own failures. That doesn't sound like something that you would do. You're first in initiative. What would you like to do?
Cool.
And Cypress
Gwen...
stands maybe about 40 feet away from your group.
Okay, Gwen wasn't listening. Once he started talking, she was like, he's monologuing. And she is going to throw the Sun Forger. I would like him to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 15, please.
Okay, dex save. That is a 14. He fails.
Okay, cool. All right, hold on. Sorry. My thing is okay. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't gonna need to reroll. 10, 15, 19 damage. Radiant damage.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I would like to Tiny Rage, please.
Okay.
And then Gwen is going to...
Wait, so how much was Sunforger? Sorry, you said 19?
Yes.
Okay.
bonus action rage, and then move in. And I'm going to start throwing hands or axes as I draw the runt axe from my back and do a sweeping attack at his stupid ice legs.
Okay.
Can I get to him? You said he's 40 feet away?
Yeah, you'd be able to get to him. Because you got a 35-foot move speed, right?
I do, but is it like half movement because I'm in snow up to my
you're
belly
fine.
button?
All
right.
No, you're fine. You can hop on top of the snow. We're just going to call it good on that one.
Gwen anime runs on the snow. Okay. So I'm going to do what is it when I attack? I haven't played in a week, and then all of a sudden I can't remember anything. When I roll a reckless attack, Jesus Christ! 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, I'm sorry. 28 to hit.
Okay.
And that's going to be 17 damage. And then I'm going to action surge, 'cause why not? Action surge.
You have to use an action to throw the Sun Forger, right?
Right.
So then you would have had to action surge to then attack him. Because it's an attack action.
Yeah.
No, when you action surge, it's just for free.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I was
Sun Forger.
I was thinking it was an attack.
Yeah.
It is a full action.
That is correct.
Okay. So I get one more smashy smash.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. 26 or 28 to hit again.
Yeah, that'll do her.
Roll 3 16s. This is exciting. Oh, max damage. So that's 21 damage on the second hit.
All right, sweet. Gwen, I need you to make let me see here. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. Against being frightened or poisoned?
Nope.
Okay. Is this a magic thing?
It is.
Or is it an aura thing?
It is a magical thing.
Okay. Is it a spell he's casting?
It is. Yeah, it would be.
I have Mage Slayer.
Yeah, it would be part of his innate spellcasting.
Okay, so do I get advantage because it's a?
You still have Reckless going
Mage
on.
Slayer.
If he's doing with Mage Slayer, if you're within 5 feet and a spell is cast on you, you have advantage. So
Right.
if it's Reckless and cancel out.
You have advantage either way.
No,
He
no.
does have
Oh.
advantage.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
sorry.
Reckless has nothing to do with the
Sorry. Okay.
saving throws. Yeah. Oh, that's not great. Constitution?
Yes.
15.
15 fails. Gwen, you are going to be taking 15 points of cold damage as they use a frigid rebuke.
Okie dokie.
And Gwen, now that you are up close and attacking Cypress, it is uncanny how close to Caelum Cypress looks, except for one thing, where Caelum has those kind of darkened veins that have been coming up the sides of his neck. Cypress has what looks like 2 black streaks that stretch down from the bottoms of his eyes that go down the sides of his face.
Gross.
I found you, faker.
Oh my God, he really is the Shadow the Hedgehog of you.
That is the end of my turn.
Okay, sounds good. So, after your turn, Gwen, it is the layer action. In the layer action, you see next to you that the snow begins to shift as 2 separate Eladrin figures rise up from the snow on either side of you. Gwen, you now have 3 different Cypress-looking individuals standing around you, 2 of which have their action on the same turn as the layer action. So, Gwen, you have 2 swords that are going to be coming towards you. So
They have advantage.
Yes, they do. So that is a 21 to hit for the first one, and then a 16 to hit for the second.
The 16 matches, so yes.
Okay, so both hit. Gwen, you are going to be taking see here. 12 points of slashing and 6 points of cold on the first one.
Okay.
And then 7 points of slashing and 9 points of cold for the second one.
Okay.
And then, standing directly in front of you, Cypress is going to use one of his legendary actions for the turn.
Baller.
They are going to look at you, Gwen, and you see they are not carrying a shield. They have this armor made of darkened black ice, this icy sword in one hand, and on their left hand, on their ring finger, you see glowing this golden band with a frigid, chilly-looking energy that just seems to be pooling out of it. And they are going to reach towards you. I need you to make another Constitution saving throw as they cast Flesh to Ice upon you.
Oh, bastard. You can stay, dice. That is a 25.
Okay, you succeed and are not you are not restrained due to this
Yay.
icy chill that seems to come over you. Next up, Caelum.
Hey, yo, fucker, mitts off.
Caelum, there are 3 different versions of Cypress that have now surrounded Gwen.
All right. Was I able to keep track of which one like Gwen had initially hit?
Yeah.
All right. He will cast Steel Wind Strike from Flutter, so he's going to be taking 5 piercing damage and a 1. 25 to hit 1.
Yep, that'll hit.
For, oh boy, 32 points of force damage.
Okay.
18 to hit another.
An 18 misses.
Okay. Oh boy, and a 16 is probably not going to hit.
That is correct.
So could we say the first initial one was on Cypress then?
Yeah. That's what I figured.
So as he teleports and disappears, there's a sound of shattering glass as he has smashed an inkwell onto Cypress' chest to mark him.
Sure.
And then he's going to basically teleport back to where he was standing prior.
Okay. Cypress does not seem to pay attention to this at all.
Cool. Now, don't matter how many he summoned, we know which one's which.
Okay. Sounds good. So, Caelum, after your turn, Cypress will use another legendary action to use a ability from the Ring of Winter yet again. And as they do, Gwen, you see Cypress raise their ring above your head as what looks like a snowball. Almost, if it was a much, I want to say, angrier snowball forms, and then just rockets out towards you as they are going to use some of their charges from the Ring of Winter to cast Odaluk's Freezing Sphere. So Arjhan, Cori, and Caelum, I need you all to make a Constitution saving throw. Yes, Caelum.
Counterspell at 5th level.
It is an item casting the spell, not a creature.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a spell being cast, though.
From what we've established previously with the Ring of Wraith as well as other magic items that cast spells, as long as it is the magical item that is doing the spell coming out, that it was not able to be targeted as a counterspell. So for
24.
consistency's sake.
13. Or,
28.
yeah, sorry.
So 17 for you.
Yeah, 17.
Okay. So, and then Cori, what'd you get?
Fuck, sorry, it's a dexterity save?
Yes.
Okay.
Or sorry, it is a con save, not dex save.
Okay, 21.
Okay. So you all succeed. You are only going to be taking half of this. So You're each going to be taking half of 32 points of cold damage.
How much? Sorry.
32 in total, so half of that would be 16.
16.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Indor, I have a logistics question.
Yes.
For the Ancestral Protector, this wouldn't count because it's a ring, but it says when it attacks, I'm sorry. So the Ancestral Protector is if I hit someone on my first hit, if they try to hit anyone but me, they get disadvantage on it.
Yes.
It says, is that spell attacks as well as it says it's attacks?
So using a spell that requires a save is for the purposes of making a spell attack something that would require me to roll versus a save.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure that it also applied to spells, not just melee attacks. Or
Yes.
ranged attacks. Okay. Solid. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So as this giant orb of cold erupts around each of you, Cori, you have your aura up. Does that require a concentration check?
It does.
Okay,
But I don't think I got my aura up yet.
gotcha. And for the pass without trace, unless you just wanted to drop that one.
Natural 20 for a 24.
Okay, yeah, pass without
Actually,
trace
both-
is still up.
Actually, both of these were natural 20s.
Nice. Bwomp, bwomp, bwomp. So that was Cypress's second legendary action. Next up, Cori.
I have a follow-up question.
Yep.
Would this still proc Mage Slayer?
Procking Mage Slayer, this one would not.
No.
Okay.
Because again,
not
use magic item.
casting it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. All right. Cori's going to move her 30 to get up next to Gwen. She's going to. Is Gwen looking especially hurt?
No.
Okay. Nobody's under 90. You guys can
Nope.
you guys can live for a little bit longer. Cori is going to use her sword to attack one of the duplicates.
Okay.
That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. That's going to be 16 slashing, and I'll put a first level smite on there. That's not the right one. There we go. 8 radiant.
Okay, that one goes down.
All right. And then she's going to attack the other one
Okay.
with her second attack. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
A 14 does not hit.
Okay, that's fine. And then bonus action, she's going to point at Cypress and say, "He doesn't belong to you." And she's going to cast Compelled Duel.
Okay. Sounds good. So Compelled Duel is Wisdom save.
Yes, please.
Okay. That is a 21.
He makes it. Wow. Okay, that's it for me.
Okay. Sounds good. They are going to use their last legendary action for the turn to stab out towards Gwen at this point. Because Gwen, you are
Okay.
closer.
Hi.
They have advantage on strikes against you. That is
Yes.
that's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so then boo-boo. So Gwen, that is going to be for, let me see here. I think just got to make sure. Why
Boy,
did
I
that
don't like.
do things this way? So
Because
12
easier.
points of slashing and 3 points of cold.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
Yep. Next up, Arjhan.
I mean, no, fuck you.
Who's within 5 feet of Cypress?
At this point, there is a Cori and a Gwen that are both within 5 feet.
Okay. Well, okay. I would like to. I'll just take my shots then. First attack. 31
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack, 18.
All right. Okay.
That will an 18 hit?
An 18 does not hit.
Okay. Third attack, 25.
25 does hit.
Okay, and that's for 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then can you describe like the immediate area?
The immediate area.
Specifically, is there anything that Arjhan can like take cover behind to take the hide bonus action?
From what you can see around you, there are the shattered remnants of the house that Cypress had slashed through. But other than that, it is just a almost entirely open snowfield.
But I can make the attempt.
You could make the attempt, yes.
43.
That's not a real number.
I'm sorry, that's your attack?
No.
No,
That's a
that's
sneaky.
my
A
stealth.
hide.
Oh. Still!
Welcome to Pathfinder numbers, everybody.
Connor's gone from the last 3 episodes.
What's past without a trace? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Pass Without a Trace is 10 of those. The 33 was natural.
Still, though.
Oh, well, it was modified. The 18 was natural.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah.
So you're saying you can go higher?
Yeah. That's fantastic. So yeah, Arjhan, you have stealthed. You have hidden yourself to be found like a Where's Waldo style in another stream later on this channel. Who knows? You are just disappeared as far as anyone can tell.
That's my turn.
All right. It is now Cypress's turn. And we missed Caelum. No, Caelum used your Steel Wind Strike. Yep. You were raising your hand for question, though?
No.
Okay.
Never mind.
So it is Cypress's turn. And Cypress is going to look towards Gwen and look towards you, Cori. And Cori, after you tried to do this compelled duel, you hear these words coming out of Cypress's mouth. They're similar to his voice, but you know it's not him, as they do feel like they are just riding along the blizzard that is around you. And Cypress says, his last thoughts were of saving you. I can think of no safer place than surrounded in the ice beneath my snows. And then they are going to raise their blade and they are going to attack Gwen.
Okay.
Okay. So, boop. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
And they grip their longsword with both hands as they are going to attack you.
Roger Dodger.
So that is for 12 points of slashing, 4 points of cold.
Okay.
Second attack is for a 18.
18 hits.
Yep. For 8 points of slashing and 3 points of cold. Then they make a third attack towards you. That is a 23 for 14 points of slashing and 5 points of cold. And that is it for their turn. Back up the top of the round with Gwen.
Cool. I forgot how math worked. I was like, I was at 67. Why did I go down to 62? That's not how math works. That's how subtraction works. All right, as a bonus action, I'm gonna summon Grayskull. We're in the rubble of the house, right?
The rubble of the house. In order to get to Cyprus, you would have had to exit out of the rubble.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're kind of just like in an open area.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna keep him within the 30 feet of Cori's thing. But I'm going to have him keeping watch to make sure that there's nothing else coming our way.
Sure.
So he's kind of on the outside looking at the rest of the world. And then I am going to... That was my bonus action. I'm going to make 2 attacks.
Okay.
All right.
So, another important thing. Gwen, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw at the start of your turn.
The start of my turn?
Yep.
Okay.
As a Winter
Is this a
Eladrin,
spell?
no, it is actually a Winter Eladrin's native ability known as the Sorrowful Presence, which any non-Eladrin that starts its turn within 60 feet must make a wisdom save.
God,
I've
got one of those.
Oh, boy.
+4.
+4? Okay.
Gwen's 40. Oh, no, you're next there. Never mind.
This is against being charmed, if that helps.
That doesn't help.
Okay.
11. This was wisdom?
Yep.
11.
All right. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed by Cypress for 1 minute. While charmed this way, you have disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws. And
Okay,
you can
but not attacks?
No. And you can also repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, ending the effect on itself on a success.
Okay, cool. Gwen just looks really like her shoulders drop a little bit as she is about to raise the axe. She lets out a sigh.
There's something too uncanny about the way that he speaks, the way that he looks. You just can't help but feeling you're beating up on your baby boy.
It does look like Caelum. So I'm going to make 2 attacks then.
Okay.
Recklessly. Because that's how I roll. Oh, that's terrible. How's a 17?
17 misses.
Okay. That is a 17 on the dice, so that's a 29.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Let's see, D12. 15 damage.
Okay.
That's my 2 attacks, my bonus action. I'm good.
Okay. Sounds good. Gwen, after your turn, Cypress is once again going to level the ring towards you, centering it between you and Cori. And I need, let me see here, just to make sure. Yes, I need Caelum, Cori, and Gwen to all make a Constitution saving throw. As they use another one of the abilities. Arjhan, thankfully, you have found yourself protected, just using the environment to avoid this blast. They use a cone of cold.
14.
Okay.
20. Remember to add +4.
24.
Okay, so 14 fails.
I think I'm good at drinking.
The other 2 succeed. So everyone who succeeded is going to be taking half. That is 16, 21. Everyone who failed is going to be taking 33. Everyone who succeeded is going to be taking half of that. For the lair action, the cold of the lair begins to intensify, and you're guessing that at most you are in negative degrees Fahrenheit standing out here on this wintry plain. Until the start of the next turn, if one of you takes cold damage, you will need to make a Constitution save. And if you fail, your max HP drops by that much cold. Things to keep in mind. Caelum, it's your turn. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
8.
All right. Caelum, you also have... do you have resistance against charm?
Oh, I'm charmed, so I make that an advantage. 11.
All right, you still fail. You are also under the effects of this sorrow. It seems like as you're looking at Cypress, there is a part of you that comes to the realization that this could have been you. If your friends had not helped you escape from Father Linar, this easily could have been a future that you found yourself in.
He is going to use his action to fortify himself then. He's casting negative energy flood on himself.
Okay.
Fun fact, if the target is undead, I take temp HP instead of damage.
Nice.
Oh boy. So I get 44 temp. And he will end his turn. I
Okay.
make a wisdom save now, right?
Yeah, at the end of each of your turns, make a wisdom save. And then Gwen, you would also have had to make a wisdom save. But this save is for Caelum. This is flat because you actually roll your saving throws at disadvantage in the presence. So Gwen,
okay.
in order to get out of the sorrowful presence, you would make a wisdom save.
At
20,
disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
25.
Yeah, Caelum, you're fine.
5.
All right, with the +4.
No.
Okay, that's
9.
still a fail, but things to keep in mind. So, Caelum, you are casting a negative energy flood on yourself. That was... All right, so then next up, Caelum, at the end of your turn, Vinrue, or not Vinrue, Cypress is still going to use another legendary action to make a sword attack against Gwen. And that's double 3s, so I don't think that a 10 is going to hit you.
Nope.
Nope. All right. So that is good. Next up, Cori. Cori, there is still... Oh, yeah. The Snow Simulacrum was supposed to get a stabby, and they would have attacked you, Cori, as you had tried to go up against them. That would have been a modified 20 to hit. Does that hit your AC?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so you are going to be taking 9 points of slashing damage and 3 points of cold.
Okay. Just works out now, doesn't it? All right.
All right, so Cori, it is now your turn.
Oh, just not my turn.
And you don't have to worry about sorrowful presents. You're a ladrin.
I'm not so sad. Actually, no. Hold on. What's the quote? That's my secret cap. I'm always sad.
Yeah.
Okay. Cori is going to... God, everything costs an action. Okay. Cori... Right, but you can't do 2 of those at once. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Sorry. I'm stressing myself out here. No higher than level 3. Okay. Well, okay then. That's good to know. I'm going... to do a lay on hands on Gwen. That just seems like a good thing to do. How much are you down, Gwen?
I have 43 right now. 46.
Okay, but you...
So I'm down 90.
All right, I'm going to give you
Something.
70 points of lay on hands.
Holy hell.
That's the lot. I have no more lay on hands. I've got cure wounds, but that's it. She's going to pump the lot of lay on hands into Gwen, and as she does so, she's going to lock eyes with Cypress again. It's a very like you hurt my friend kind of look, and she's going to say, "You contend with a Caelum now," and I'm going to try another compelled duel on him.
Okay. So, as you are able to actually look Cypress in the eyes as you say this, he gets a 22 on his wisdom save. But Cori, the thing that you see, that you notice more so than anyone else, these dark lines that are coming down from his eyes, they start at the tear ducts and then come down. It looks as though these are frostbitten tear tracks.
Okay.
That's it. Something to keep in mind.
All right, that's it.
Okay. So he's going to use a legendary action, try and attack Gwen. That is a 26.
It hits.
Okay. And that is for 17 points of slashing and 8 points of cold.
Okie 17.
Okay. Arjhan.
He hasn't seen me yet. I don't think his passive perception is under a 43.
No.
So I'm going to pop up. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on him, which will dispel the Pass Without Trace. I would like to make a first attack. Since he has not seen me, I will take advantage on it.
Okay.
18.
An 18 does not hit.
Okay. 21.
21 just hits.
For 17 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I would like to duck back into cover and hide again.
Sounds good.
28.
Yeah. That's a good stealth. That seems pretty solid. So next up is going to be Cypress once again. And Cypress says, Caelum or no, you will all fall just the same. And continues to attack Gwen. Because Gwen, you are like right up in it, yelling really loudly.
As I do.
As you do. That is a 25 to hit for 17 points of slashing damage and 7 points of cold. Second attack.
I'm sorry, 6 points of cold?
Yes. For a 25 to hit.
Uh-huh.
For 13 points of slashing, 5 points of cold.
Okay.
And then misses on the third strike.
Wow.
What a chump. Next up, Gwen.
What a chump. Oh, it's my turn. God, I was going to look stuff up while I was waiting, but sure didn't. Gwen is going to second verse, same as the first. Try and beat this mofo up. 2 attacks. Oh geez. Recklessly 20 or 30 on the first hit.
I'll do it.
And then 26 on the second.
That will also hit.
Okay. That's a 2. All right, so the first one is 21 damage. 21 damage. The second one is 17 damage.
Okay. Cypress is looking pretty injured at this point.
Cool. And that's my turn.
Okay, no bonus action?
Yes, I will do a bonus action. I will do my second wind.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so it is time for, who guessed it? Lair Action's turn. Yay! Two more of these frozen simulacrums are going to rise up from the snow, but there is going to be one on either side of Caelum. So, Caelum, you got two snowy warriors that just seem to rise up next to you, and they are going to make a set of attacks towards you, one each. So the first attack is a 13 to hit.
Miss.
Second attack from the other one is a 25.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, and you are going to be taking 14 points of slashing damage and 7 points of cold. Then there is still another simulacrum that is currently on Cori, so they are also going to be making an attack for a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, Cori, you are going to be taking 13 points of slashing damage and 5 points of cold.
Minus 11. And so
So
the other
2 points of
damage,
slashing damage and 5 points of cold.
It'll.
So just 5
Then
points cold. Because I resist the 2.
Sweet. It was 3.
So you have resistance to the damage dealt by the attack.
Oh, you have resistance. Okay. So then...
So minus 11. So you take 2 damage. Two cold damage.
Yay!
Yay!
Numbers!
My worst
Math.
nightmare.
All right. And then legendary action from Cypress, who is going to try and stab out towards you, Gwen. That is a natural 1, so that's not going to do anything. Next up is Caelum. And Caelum, you have these two frozen simulacrums on either side of you.
Yeah, that would be the power move. He's going to bonus action, step of the Gift of the Raven Queen to one side of them,
Okay.
and then cast Agonizer's Scorcher in a line.
Nice.
So that is a DC 16 dex save.
They both rolled 4s. They're not saving out of that one.
That's low. 24 points of fire damage.
Okay, that is actually enough to burn through both of them.
He will spin, turn it, twist his wrist, and then point to Cypress as he starts casting another spell, but that'll resolve on his next turn.
Sure. Okay, so then legendary action from Cypress for another sword attack towards Gwen. That's a 13 to hit. I don't think that's going to do it.
He actually doesn't hit. Wow.
Nice. Okay. And then Cori, it is your turn.
Was he at advantage?
Oh,
Sorry,
no,
Gwen.
he wasn't. Sorry.
I was like,
He was, and he still missed. You're fine.
Ah.
I've got a question.
Yes.
Just out of curiosity, probably should have come up earlier. Is the Ring of Vinrue cursed?
Maybe.
Shit. That's unhelpful. But is it cursed?
It does have an incredibly powerful bonding curse with it. If you're thinking of using a remove curse, that definitely isn't going to cut it.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Yep. Figured that's where the
Cori-
brain cell was traveling. Just letting you know. No.
You know what? Player characters really want to use remove curse on important plot things. Cori's going to scoot over behind the simulacrum so that she forms a line between it and Cypress, and she's going to do a lightning bolt.
Sure. Okay. Cypress gets an 18. The simulacrum gets a 6.
Okay. The 18 succeeds, so he takes half of this.
Okay.
That's going to be 29 lightning damage.
Okay, the simulacrum drops, and Cypress takes 14 points of lightning damage.
All right. That was my action. I could still do a bonus. It's just my bonuses are so... I want to use them on the second phase of this fight. It's fine. I'll be patient. That's it for me.
Okay. Third legendary action for a slashy against Gwen. That is a 16 to hit.
It hits.
Okay. Gwen, that is going to be for 6 points of slashing and 7 points of cold.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Next up is Arjhan.
I'm just gonna make some more attacks. He's not seeing me, so I'm gonna take that advantage. 29.
Okay. That'll hit.
Okay, max damage. Cool. 22 points of damage for the first.
Holy snap. Yep, that does it.
28 to hit.
That'll do it.
Uh, 14 points on the second. How is he looking?
He is looking like #error exclamation mark. Let me remove that. He is looking like he is barely holding on, barely able to stand, at least in this humanoid form.
I would like to draw the shadows around myself and become invisible.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Sounds good. So then next up is going to be Cypress. And Cypress is going to... Cori is backed up. Caelum is backed up. Gwen is right there in front. Arjhan is invisible. However, blind sight is one hell of an ability. And Cypress levels his ring towards you all, and I need you each to make a Constitution saving throw from yet another cone of cold.
The lot, all of us?
Yes.
Natural 20 for 26.
Okay.
18 for a 26.
I have this at
Or 22 for
No, not at disadvantage because it's not coming from him, right?
It is still at disadvantage because it is from the Sorrowful Presence, which you have yet to save out of.
Is it all saving throws or just saving throws
It's
from
all
him?
saving throws and ability checks.
Fuck. Constitution?
Yes.
Come on, drinking skills. Hmm.
+4.
14.
14 is a fail.
I rolled a 3.
And Arjhan.
Who did-
Oh, me too?
Yes. He has blind sight and seems to know where you are.
What save?
Constitution.
Arjhan was like, I'm chill. I don't need to roll.
I am chill.
Ah.
11.
Okay, so
more chill now.
Gwen and Arjhan both fail. The two elves succeed. So that is going to be for... Let me get the dice together. Where did they all go?
Shame.
Okay, so that is going to be for 10, 22, 23, 30, for a total of 32 points of cold damage on a fail, half as much on a success.
32.
Yes.
I would like to do nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm invisible. I would like to stay that way.
Okay. Concentration check to maintain visible.
It's not a concentration.
Oh, dope. Cori, do you have anything that requires concentration up?
Nah.
Okay.
He's
Oh.
saved out of everything.
Oh, but Hunter's smart. 60.
Yeah.
How much did we just take?
It was, you took a total
30.
of 32.
I mean, 16 would be half.
Yep. You're
That
good.
saves.
Yep. And then Caelum, is the necrotic flood concentration, yay or nay?
Nope, it's just on me, baby.
Neato. And then you also took half because you were still under your necrotic shroud, right?
You right.
Okay, cool. So that was it for Cypress's turn. Next up at the top of the round is Gwen.
I muted myself instead of unmuting myself. Solid. I am going to make Gwen is learning, and she's going to make normal attacks at this mother. Is no one else is by me, right?
No, it's just you and he, and then you sent Grayskull behind him to like look out unto the wild lands in case anything showed up.
And he hasn't seen anything.
No. He's
Cool.
he's feeling a little sad. Like there's a thing going on behind him.
Yeah.
He's like giving you that like sad dog look, like I want to come in.
Gwen looks over and sees him, and he's like, gives him like that nod. She is going to, okay, I don't think I can break it up and do like one attack, then blink, and then have him do an attack.
Yeah, you can.
Like flavor wise, okay.
100.
Because okay, so I'm gonna do that, and I am going to, I let me just double check. I do have the Echo Shard gauntlets in my
And you're attuned.
attuned section. Yeah. So just so you know, so Gwen is going to do an attack. Yeah, fuck it, recklessly. Gwen doesn't learn. What am I thinking? That is a 24
That'll hit.
to hit. And that is plus 9 is 18 damage. She's going to blink where
Gwen, before you blink, I just want to say he's looking real rough.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Because I know that Gwen has been saying for a long time
yeah,
of what she would like to do in a situation where she can deal such a blow to an individual.
Yeah.
So I'm just laying that on the table for you.
yeah, yes, okay. If that is how it looks. Out of character question. Did we determine that we had to kill him?
To
To
get him
get-
out of the... We don't know. Do we know?
Did we know? Is
don't
knocking him unconscious is not a option as far as we know?
Yeah, you're
I
not
mean-
sure.
You haven't
Okay.
tried it.
Yeah.
Knock the some bitch out. If it doesn't happen, coup de grace.
True. I think in this moment what the audience sees is Gwen levels her axe to do another attack, like, and kind of like looks up and makes eye contact. He's fucking huge, right? You said?
No, like that
No?
was just
Okay.
like an icy thing to like, this is when I first met the boy, but then he showed
is-
up
Yeah.
as like regular.
the memory.
yeah.
Ah.
You know,
So-
it was a flashback diorama in huge form.
So Gwen finally looks up to level this axe at his chest, and I think she kind of like actually looks in his eyes and sees these lines, and she, for a moment, hesitates, and I think she's gonna do non-lethal in this second attack. I was really kind of hoping that this wasn't gonna hit, but that's a 26.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. For 18 damage.
Okay.
Non-lethal.
All right. And so what does your non-lethal strike look like?
So she goes up with her axe leveled at his chest, and at the last second she turns it so that it's the flat edge of it. So she hits him, instead of having the two blades, she hits him like square in the chest with this, knocking the wind out of him and knocking him down.
Okay.
And she follows through with it like a bat.
Okay. And as you knock the wind out of him, knock him down, and he falls onto his back, you all hear a chilling laughter on the wind. And the vibrant blue energy that was in Cypress's eyes shoots out into the night sky as the energies from the ring begin to become unstable. And as they do, from this light that is being shown, you see what looks like the shadow of a huge creature prowling through the winter wastes, coming towards you ever closer. And that is where we are going to go into our break for the evening. When we come back, there is going to be a rather large cat who is mad at quite a few of you. So we're going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon.
Hey, Steven.
Oh, God damn it. What?
Da 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 da.
God, I love you guys.
Oh my god.
This is great. I was not I never expect what the bit's going to be, but that was pure. And
Well, that's
love
why I was
it.
panicking, because I thought I had not muted my mic. I saw you sitting in your chair, like, writing away while Danae and I were talking about it. Fortuitously, I clicked the mute button on my headset.
Cori! Well, that's good. Speaking of things that are fortuitous.
Oh shit, yeah, we're about to die.
Yeah, you guys knocked Cypress out. That's good. Cold light began to shine from him's eyes, and you see what looks like a enormous feline-esque creature making its way through that light until eventually you see one paw come out and set itself into the snow, and it kind of flexes its paw a little bit. A second one, until eventually its full form comes out of the barrier of this light and sit before you in full personage. You see the primordial spirit of winter, Vinrue, and it takes a deep breath in, and you hear a purr-like chuckle seem to emanate from deep within it as it breathes fresh air for the first time in many years. Gwen, did you have any bonus actions that you would like to do, as that was your attack action?
Drinking a potion is an action, right?
It is.
Gwen, where is he anywhere near Grayskull?
This creature is huge. Grayskull would be able to get up to this creature with like 10 feet of movement.
But how I'm sorry, how close is he to me?
Directly in front of you, because you had knocked Cypress down and it just showed up over Cypress's body.
I think Gwen looks up at him, and then I looks at my current HP. Gwen's gonna switch places with Grayskull.
And like in your brain place as you switch, Grayskull, who has not seen this, just, oh fuck yeah, it's time for me to, oh what the actual fuck is this? Grayskull was not prepared to see this creature before it. So Gwen, that is the end of your turn. So that means that Vinrue is going to look towards you, and their eyes gleam just that bright, vibrant yellow that a cat's eyes do whenever you like shine light in a dark room. And they look towards you, Cori and Caelum, and I need you each to make a wisdom saving throw as it uses 2 of its legendary actions on its frightful presence.
Is this a charm effect?
This is a frighten effect. It is not a charm.
Hey, funny story about frightening. You can't do that to me.
Neat.
I'm literally immune to frighten. And also anybody in
I'm
my
not.
and anyone in my aura is also.
Oh, sick.
So
Okay.
we're not making. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll double check.
Gwen,
Was I in this?
Gwen,
or
you
was
would
Grayskull?
not be in that aura because you bamfed away to exchange with Grayskull.
Gwen, you fool! You have advantage against that. You're a brave halfling.
I do, but I know that I just went, so this thing's gonna go out of character. So I don't want to die. I've had a good run, and I don't want to die.
You're not gonna.
Well,
You'll be fine.
I'm at 38.
While I am conscious, me and friendly creatures within 10 feet can't be frightened.
So Caelum
Oh.
still would be in the frightened zone, and so would Gwen.
22.
Arjhan's far enough away that he's fine.
Fright Night.
So 22, you're good. Gwen?
You saying I do need to make the save?
Yes.
Okay, and it would be straight because I. Oh, is it?
It's
Is
a-
the aura is
Yeah,
down.
the sorrowful presence is gone.
Okay, so it is at advantage because I have advantage against being frightened. Ooh, it's a 19 plus whatever. What are we doing?
Your wisdom.
Wisdom. 19.
Okay, Gwen, you are afraid.
Oh.
You are frightened.
Well, yeah.
You are frightened for 1 minute, and you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, ending on a success. And you can also, and then if you are successful, you are immune to it for 24 hours. Caelum, you are also immune to the fear effects for 24 hours. It is now the layer action's turn, and the layer kicks off as, let me see here. It summons 2 beasts of ice for its lair. No. DS1. It is going to summon directly behind one on Gwen, and then the other is going to be in the same vicinity as you, Arjhan. As it knows that you're there. The ice creature will not. The ice creature does not have blind sight, so you are still invisible to that. But 2 snow bears are actually going to appear in these general areas. So Gwen, you have a bear made of ice next to you. Arjhan, you have a bear made of ice next to you. And they are going to make their attacks. The bear will be at disadvantage against Arjhan. So, Gwen, you recklessly attacked. So, that is a 26 to hit from the bear. And that is going to be for 10 points of piercing damage as it bites into you. And then it is going to attempt to claw you as it has a multi-attack. For a 19 to hit, and this is for the claws.
A class.
The claw! And that is going to be for 11 points of cold damage.
Ooh.
As its icy paws rake into you. Arjhan, it is a disadvantage because you are invisible, so it tries to do a bite, and that is not going to be enough, and then it is going to try and claw out towards you with a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. So that also fails. So that is the lair action. Next up, Caelum. Caelum, a large bear made of ice is next to where you believe Arjhan to be. There is this enormous feline-like creature that's tail is just flicking back and forth in the snow. It looks almost like it's in a playful mood, as Gwen is behind it with another ice bear, and Cori alone stands directly in front of it. What would you like to do?
How far is Cypress's body from me?
Cypress's body is about 30 feet away from you. Also directly in front of this large cat beast, who seemed to emerge out of that point.
Caelum's gonna run up, grab him by the breastplate, and yank him to his feet, and cast a Cure Wounds at 5th level,
Okay.
which will heal for 42.
Okay. He does not wake up.
Ah. Useless.
Fun game.
RJ. Sorry, that was RJ. Well, that's his turn.
Okay. So you are directly in front of Vinrue. Now you and Cori. And you hear whispering on the wind, Cori, Vinrue's voice. And it says, Caelums, your friends, the very land itself. I will enjoy taking these things from you. And it is going to make a series of attacks towards Caelum. So, Caelum.
Yep.
You got some attacks coming your way.
Yep.
That is a 24 to hit as Vinrue swipes out with a claw towards you.
Yep.
Okay, so that is going to be a total of 18 points of slashing damage.
But there goes the temp.
It's going to make a bite attack towards you. And that is a 30 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
For a total of 17 points of piercing and 7 points of cold.
Up.
And then it's going to make a third attack with a claw. That's a natural 1, though, so I don't think that one's going to do it.
Thank you.
You're welkies. Cori.
Just to confirm, am I reducing my max HP by 7?
No. So that is only as part of a lair action.
Cool.
Yep.
How large is this thing?
Vinrue would be considered huge, as they stand about 20 feet tall.
20 feet tall. All right. First of all, Cori's gonna use an action to get the aura of life up. I only have 1 spell slot for this. So once this goes down, it's gone forever. I'm warning you all of this. Just so you know. And then she's going to bonus action Bamf on top of Vinrue.
Okay.
She sucks 20 hit points out of him
Okay.
and gets 20 HP. I wrote it down this time.
Yay!
Yay! It only took a huge boss fight for me to figure it out. So that was my action. That's my bonus action. I'm done.
Okay. It is Vinrue's. Vinrue is going to use a legendary action. He's actually going to use 2 of his legendary actions. And Cori, after you pop up on top, and it can feel this aura emanating off of you, the world around you gets quiet. And as the snow falls upon you, that aura seems to dissipate as it uses its quiet snow ability to cast a detect magic.
Dispel magic.
Dispel magic?
Yes, a dispel magic.
You forgot, huh?
Wait, he's casting.
He is.
Mage Slayer, bitch!
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
You too, Gwen.
I got real excited. She's not
Gwen
there!
poured it away.
Oh.
Oh, poured it away,
Yeah.
but she got... No.
But does it work through Grayskull?
No.
29 to hit.
A 29 will hit.
15 slashing damage.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm yelling. I'm very excited. This is my first Mage Slayer in probably over a year. And I'm going to do a 3rd level smite.
Okay. You also take 2 points of cold damage.
Ow! That's fine. I'm so excited I can't find my smites. Okay. 3rd level smite. Bow! 30 radiant damage.
Okay.
Take that! Ugh! She, like, she watches her aura go down, and there's like a moment of like absolute fear that turns into rage, and she just like brings the sword of Wraith down into its back, and she says, "I'm not running this time."
And Wraith is with you on this. You are running at the same speed. Wraith is also very pleased to be able to stab Vinrue quite literally in the back. Next up, Arjhan. Arjhan, you have a big ol' ice bear next to you, and then there's a big, an even bigger fucking cat monster that Cori is on the back of stabbing.
Well, the bear cannot see me, so I would like to, well, I'm gonna become visible because it's my turn now.
Arr. Bear noises.
And yeah, I'm just trying to run forward and get many shots out on Vinrue.
Okay.
There's people within 5 feet of Vinrue, aren't there?
Yes. Cori is literally on top of this thing, and Caelum is right next to it with Cypress's unconscious body. That does have
And
some hit
Grayskull.
points, and Grayskull is there.
Yeah, I would kill at least one of you if I did what I really wanted to do. But yeah, I'll just take some shots. 20.
A 20 hits.
A bonus action Hunter's Market.
Okay. And you said that you were running forward, so would that provoke an attack of opportunity from the bear?
It would.
Okay. Bear gonna try. Bear gonna miss.
16 points of damage for the first one. I want to load one of my hollow point thingies.
Okay.
For my second shot. 17.
A 17 just hits.
Oh. Okay. What's the extra thingy for the acid?
2d4 plus 2 acid damage. It's like a health potion in reverse.
Okay. 24 points of damage overall. Action surge.
Okay.
20-30 hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
16 points of damage. Last shot. 18.
Okay.
For 12 points.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Arjhan's just like jumping out from where he was hiding and like takes a running leap off of the wall that he was hiding behind and just takes a whole bunch of shots, flaps his wings once again and turns invisible.
Seems good.
He's gonna try to get like 10 feet away from Gwen.
So you were back behind the party. Your fly speed is how much?
20.
20? You would not be able to get within 10 feet of Gwen.
Okay.
Yeah. At this point, upon moving, you are roughly about 30 feet away from where Gwen would be.
Okay.
Real quick,
Yes.
Vinrue needs to roll for his Dispel Magic.
Okay.
Because it's a 4th level spell. The DC is 14. He adds his spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
An ability check using your spellcasting ability.
That would be a 16.
Okay, that's good. He's got it.
Okay. Sounds good. So then that was Arjhan's turn. Then Vinrue is going to use a legendary action to reach up and try and bat you off the top of him, Cori. He's going to make an attack. That's a 24 to hit. Okay. So then that is A solitary claw.
A solid hit.
I'm using my ancestral protector.
Thank you.
Okay.
So that's -8.
So 21 minus 8. So you take
Wait.
13.
Divided in half.
Is that just
She has resistance to the attack.
So 6.
okay? Is this bludgeoning damage?
This is slashing damage. This is not cold.
Okay, so 3.
Yep.
Stack it.
Silly.
Keep Cori alive. Keep Cori alive.
This is terrible. Okay.
Okay.
I never use this, so I always forget. So this is it coming back around.
Okay. So then that was Arjhan's turn. Legendary action. Next up, Gwen. At the top of the round, there is a bear made of ice next to you.
Oh. Gwen is going to. Grayskull's still up, right?
He is.
He didn't attack Grayskull. Okay. Does it count as my attack if I use Grayskull? Like if I hit him, well, the Echo Shark gauntlets wouldn't go into effect,
No.
right?
That has to be
Okay.
you.
But the other one, the attacking anyone but me, that one does go into effect.
I believe so, yes.
Cool. Gwen's gonna attack with Grayskull because Gwen is actually a little nervous in this fight. Well, I am what? I'm not charmed anymore. I'm afraid.
Yes, you are just straight up frightened. You cannot actively move closer to this creature, and I believe attacks against them have disadvantage.
Okay,
Check the frightened condition.
I will do that.
Thank you.
The creature can't willingly move to the course closer to the sense. To the source of the fear, frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of the fear is within sight. So yes, disadvantage.
Yeah.
So Grayskull's going to make 2 attacks recklessly. So it will be just straight.
Yep.
Yes. That's a 25 and a 17.
Okay, so both will hit.
Really?
Or,
Okay.
yeah, so 17 would hit. Yeah, because it was a disadvantage, so yes.
All right. I was gonna do something else, but I went attack. So that's a 2. So that's gonna be 16 for the first attack, and I'm going to use my savage. No, not savage. Yes, savage attacker to reroll the 4. Ooh, perfect. Okay, so that's 18 damage on the second attack.
Okay.
And Gwen that's my action. And that's it. All I can do right now. So I'm going to attempt to get out of this, right? I can make a save. I can attempt to make a save.
Yes.
So
Or-
disadvantage on.
Yep. Let me check real quick. Frightening presence. Yeah, at the end of each of your turns.
Okay, and it's not at disadvantage because it's just ability checks.
That is correct.
Cool. So straight wisdom
Yes.
and at advantage because I have advantage against being frightened.
You-
Yay! 9.
Still afraid.
I'm
Okay.
dead.
Next up is the lair action. And the lair action is, once again, if you take cold damage while within the lair, you now must succeed on the Constitution saving throw or your max HP is deduced. So that is what that one is. Then Caelum.
Bonus action, Hex on Vinrue. And then I'm going to cast a Firebolt.
Solid.
Does a 20 hit?
A 20 does hit.
He takes 13 fire damage.
13? Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So,
Oh, sorry, and also the necrotic. 5 points, so a total of 18.
okay. Gotcha. So, Caelum, as this firebolt strikes into Vinrue, and Cori, you are busy stabbing its back, Cypress lays unconscious, and Gwen, you're terrified in the face of this bear. I forgot to have the bear attack. So the bear is going to attack real quick because they move on the lair action. So that's a 21 on the bite.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you did not reckless attack, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Wait, no, I did.
Okay, gotcha. So
Of course I did.
Yep, just checking. All right, so for the bite, you take a total of 9 points of piercing.
Okay.
And then for the claw, that was a 14 to hit.
That doesn't hit.
Okay. So, after Caelum's turn on Vinrue's, as this firebolt courses in, Cori, you are on its back, again, setting the scene. You see the hackles on the back of Vinrue begin to flare up as that same deep blue elemental energy that had been pouring out of Cypress's eyes begins to just come from out of the pelt of this large creature. And a primordial blizzard begins to pick up in a 60-foot cone around Vinrue. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
We don't have your other aura, do we?
You do not.
Nope.
13.
16.
13,
18.
13, 16, 18.
24.
Gwen, you are the only one who makes this.
Holy shit. I got bapped off his back, by the way.
Yes. So, let's see how much we end up doing. So, if you failed, you will be taking 39 points of cold damage. I need everyone to then also make a follow-up Constitution saving throw.
I would like to use my reaction to absorb elements.
Okay.
I would like to use my reaction to absorb elements.
Okay, if you
I
are
would like to use my reaction to cry.
okay, if you are resistant to cold damage, like you would be through absorb elements, you do not need to make that secondary Constitution saving throw. However,
Do I need to?
you
or
do
just
and Cori
Cori?
both do.
Yep. This is to lower our maximum.
That was a 19, Connor.
Okay, thank you.
I got a 25.
Okay, so 25.
10.
So Gwen, your maximum HP drops by half of 39, which was the 19. And Cori, your max HP stays the same.
I'm sorry, by 19?
Yes. Furthermore, any creature that failed deals half damage with weapon attacks that use strength for the next minute.
Oh.
At the end
On
of
the second one?
No. That was so Gwen, you're fine. I mean, you're still frightened. However, Cori,
This is all I have.
Cori, RJ, or Cori, Caelum, and Arjhan, you have disadvantage with strength-based weapons. So really, it's just Cori.
Oops, all Kaylin.
Yep. And you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Okay.
Or wait, sorry, I forgot to. It was 10. It was 10 dice, not 8. So add. It'd be an additional 6 points of damage on a fail. So for those of you who are resistant or succeeded, it's an additional 3 points of cold damage.
Was I supposed to take half for the first one?
It was all together. I just forgot to roll 2 dice with it. So you would just add. So deduct your max HP by 3, take an additional 3 damage to what you already had.
Okay, I didn't take any damage from the initial hit. When I succeeded, was I supposed to take half?
Yes.
Okay.
So your total of halved damage would have been 22.
That's totaled.
That was totaled, already halved for you.
Okay, so Gwen goes down.
Okay.
Okay. I was at 18.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Just wanted to make sure. So that was Vinrue's ability for a chill wind, but that same coursing ability does not seem to go away. And Vinrue's voice howls across the wind. That you would even think that you could stop me to put an end to winter. Foolishness. And that is it for its turn. Cori, you see that Gwen has dropped behind you. She is face down in the snow.
Mm-hmm. Cori stands shivering, and she is going to point a sword at Vinrue. She's going to use her channel divinity to put her oath of enmity on him.
Okay.
And then she will stumble over to Gwen and give her a 3rd level cure wounds, which will give... Gotta find it. I have so many spells. 13 hit points for you, my friend. Whom I love very, very much.
Wait, me or Gwen?
Huh? Is it
Me or
you or
Both.
Gwen? It's both.
Oh.
Clearly it's both. So that's my action. That's my bonus. I got nothing else.
Excellent. Vinrue sees this and says, I see you care for this one most. You have done well to keep her alive, but can you keep her from the cold? Gwen, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. This will be at disadvantage.
Oh boy. It'll
Plus
be at
4.
disadvantage?
Yes.
+4, you're next to me.
Okay. Because why for disadvantage?
Disadvantage because you were still frightened of this creature, correct?
I'm still frightened even though I went down?
As long as it is still in your presence, because you don't
Okay.
lose your condition when you go down.
Right.
Yeah, just
I?
frighten.
I
Yeah.
tried to make this say yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. These rounds are forever. No, it's a 15.
Okay. Gwen.
Oh no.
2, 3. You are going to be taking the full amount, which is going to be... Wow.
Is it more than 13?
It is 41 points of cold damage.
Okay.
And on a failure, the creature is frozen solid.
Ooh.
As it uses a mythic action. So Gwen, while you are frozen, you count as petrified. It has used all 3 of its legendary actions for this turn.
Because it knows I'm a threat, right?
Yes. All right. So that was end of Cori's turn. Arjhan.
Who's within 5 feet of it now?
Just Caelum. This Caelum was right up next to it. Firebolt.
Caelum, how do you feel about taking possibly up to 40 points of damage?
I'd tell you, I have 10.
Okay, never mind. I would. I mean, shoot him. 15 will miss. Lady, please calm down. 24.
24 does hit.
Hollow point. For a total of 19 points of damage.
Okay.
Go invisible, move closer to Caelum.
Okay. Yeah, you'd be up close to Caelum as well. And this creature had seemed to turn around to use its freeze solid ability. Gwen. The last thing that you
That's how I feel too.
the last thing that you remember hearing is Cori coming over to stabilize you. You remember falling into the snow, you remember getting back up, and then you remember hearing this creature saying that it was going to freeze you first because it knew that you were important to Cori. And like a quick flash, you felt yourself just become rigid and cold, and then you felt nothing. Make a Constitution saving throw, as in this space of nothing, you hear a voice. And this voice says, in kind of a raspy tone, "Is that the best you can do?"
Okay. Constitution?
Yes.
Okay. 24.
A 24.
I have a good constitution. I'm just rolling really shitty.
Gwen, with your 24, as you are focusing on the lack of feeling, there is like flint and steel striking against each other. You see a small spark. Grab it. And this raspy voice calls for you, and you focus yourself on that small piece of flame. You have been afraid. You have been letting this thing push you around. Are you really going to do that? And from this fire that begins building up inside of you, you see the silhouette of a 7.5 foot tall figure, twin horns protruding from their head.
Uh-huh.
What does Gwen do?
Gwen grabs it.
And Gwen, as you do, and you embrace this flame, the figure walks forward, and you see a red-skinned individual standing in front of you. And he says, "Fight, runt! Fight for all you're worth!" And LB, I would like for you to add the Runt Axe Exalted onto your equipment.
Okay.
As you gain a new spirit and some pretty powerful new abilities as well. But at the end of your turn, the ice begins to melt off of you. And Cori, you see this happening as well, as Gwen, like fucking Arnold at the end of the Magic School Bus, just gets completely frozen, begins to thaw from sheer force of will.
I thought you were talking about a different Arnold. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, me
from
too.
a Magic School Bus.
That episode has to get retconned. Pluto doesn't exist as a planet anymore. I'm sorry. This is very exciting. I'm very excited. Gwen!
So that was the end of Gwen's turn. However, the Runt Axe seems to have resounded with you in the fact that you have almost frozen to death in this place. Is the lair action. Cori, there's a big fucking freezing bear next to you. And this ice bear is going to make some attacks.
This is going to be very unceremonious when this bear kills me.
With the lair action, Caelum, the area around you, you see the snow begin to level and spears of ice jut up from the base. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
12.
Okay, a 12 is not going to be enough. As you take a total of 9 points of cold damage. Make a concentration check for your hex.
Will a 19 do it? Yeah, it will.
Okay, so 19 does that. Then there are still the two ice bears. One of them is going to start galumphing forward, and it is going to use a double move to get up next to you. The second bear, who is on Cori and Gwen, is going to be attempting to attack you, Cori. That's a natural 1 for its bite, so it no go. Next is, well, a 10 for its claws, so that also does not end up hitting. So then next up is Caelum.
He's gonna overcharge and nevermore life hunt. Hey, will a natural 20 for a 28 do it?
Yeah, it will.
Cool. 76 psychic damage.
76? Okay.
Yeah. And
This bad boy is looking hurt.
Caelum just sinks a hand into Vinrue's leg, and you can see whatever ichor or blood just siphoning into the arm.
Okay. And because you touched him, you also take 6 points of cold.
Some bitch! But I'm no longer in the danger zone of 1.
That's good. That's very strong.
Arjhan, you can do your thing if you want. Please do your thing.
It is Vinrue's turn. And Caelum, with your hand...
No, Cori hasn't had a turn.
Cori goes after Vinrue.
Does she? Okay.
Yes.
Just checking.
Yep, you have an initiative of 13. Vinrue got the initiative of 14. Caelum, you've been living with Frankie for about 2.5 weeks now at this point. You know what happens when you touch a cat's haunch when they really don't want you to touch that haunch.
You getting kicked.
He gonna get clawed. So,
By the way, Steven, sorry,
Yes.
can you add 3 points of necrotic on top of that?
yes, definitely
Thank you.
can.
Sorry.
You roll double dice, right, for the hex?
Oh, shit, you're
Yeah.
right. Thank you for keeping me honest, babe.
You're welcome.
That is 8 total on the necrotic.
Okay. -8. So, there we go. So it is Vinrue's turn, and he seems to be focusing on Caelum now that you have dealt this massive amount of damage to it. So it is going to make a claw attack towards you for a modified 20.
Shield!
Okay. Then next attack for second claw is going to be a 26.
That's a hit.
Yes. So with that claw, that is going to be a total of 15 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then it is going to make its bite towards you. And that is a 30 to hit for super fresh. No, I don't want that one. I want these two. And then you are going to be taking 19 points of piercing damage and 4 points of cold.
Back in that threshold, guys.
Okay. Then next up, Cori. And Cori, you are watching Gwen thaw. And it seems like the snow is actually beginning to melt around her as well. She looks stable. She doesn't look like she's dying.
I see. Okay.
Something fucky's going on in that small little brain of hers.
Cori kind of looks at her with awe, and her face breaks out into a wicked smile. She's going to use her bonus action to activate Guardian of Nature. This is a Ring of Wraith ability. She's going to take on the form of Great Tree. Your skin appears barky, leaves sprout from your hair. You gain the following benefits. You gain 10 temporary hit points. You make constitution saving throws with advantage. You make dexterity and wisdom-based attack rolls with advantage. While you are on the ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain for your enemies. So that's her bonus action. She's got that up. I'm going to go ahead and give myself the 10 temporary HP. And then she's going to hold on. How much did Gwen come back at full, or how much health does she have?
She's stable at 1.
1. All right. Well, she's getting another third level cure wounds. Get back in there, sport.
And Cori, as you go to touch Gwen, she is burning up right now.
Oh, I'll take it, man.
Like,
if
the area around you guys is again in like the negative. At this point, it's like negative 20 degrees. Gwen is a sphere of heat emanating from her.
Fucking rad. She gets 22 hit points. And she puts her hand on Gwen and like it starts to smoke, and she just goes, "Gwen, I always knew you were hot, but this is ridiculous."
And Gwen, when
I'm a tree person.
Your eyes shoot open. You're healed.
my turn?
It is not.
Oh.
Not yet. So
That's it for me.
At the end of your action, Vinrue is going to use a legendary action to swipe at Caelum with a claw attack for a 30 to hit.
Yep.
Then that is going to be for...
What's the minimum damage?
Minimum damage would be 9.
Down.
Okay. And just bam, slaps Caelum down.
It's the guard from the road to El Dorado. He doesn't say he's okay.
All right. Arjhan.
How's Vinrue looking?
Vinrue is looking heavily injured, but like there's still fight left in this creature.
Caelum, you are back up with 26.
Ow.
I have cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level, and immediately am vanishing again.
Okay. Arjhan, at the end of your turn, Vinrue is going to use a legendary action to make an attack against you. Blind sight. That is for a 25 to hit.
Yes.
For 16 points of slashing damage. Okay. That is it for Vinrue's turn. Gwen. You feel the heat radiating from your chest. You feel that fire, that spark burning bright inside of you. What would you like to do?
I would like to tiny rage, please.
Okay.
Would you like to describe what that looks like now?
So, Gwen, as you stand back up and enter into your tiny rage, as you yell, it's like the heat mirages that you see on incredibly hot days just start emanating from you. And as you are holding this axe and you squeeze your hands tight together, there is a popping sound. And Cori, you see this as well, being directly next to Gwen. There is a popping sound that is followed by what sounds like a striking as the head of the runt axe ignites.
And as she is crying out in I'm going to do all of it. As she's crying out in her rage, she is going to use the chieftain's cry as part of her action, and I'll roll for it. 5, 6, 9.
All right. So Gwen, as you cry out, like, it is definitely one of those scenes, like, in anime where they just go devoid of all color and it's just the lines going up and down as you're yelling. The rest of you see those heat mirages begin to quicken, and what look like spectral figures begin to come through. And the first one that comes through, you see, looks like Gwen, but tall. If Gwen had been like stretched out to, again, that 7-foot tall stature, the second spirit that materializes, Gwen, you notice as that horned fellow that you had seen that had told you to grab onto your own inner spark. The rest of you now see another familiar form of Salamarn, as well as 6 other forms following behind, as Grayskull is still standing in front. Or I guess Grayskull probably would have...
He dropped.
Yeah, he dropped due to the chill wind, but he's back now with these other guys. So Gwen, you have these 4 primary chieftains standing behind you, as well as 5 other berserkers of barbarian stature standing behind you as well.
I'm gonna need a tracker. Cool. And they act on my turn?
Yes, they do. So Gwen, you have 9 berserkers. What would you like for them to do?
Boy, I would love them to charge this thing.
Okay, they do.
And attack.
With a loud, raucous roar filled with laughter, hoops, and hollers, 9 different barbarians rush towards Vinrue. And the striking thing about each and every single one of each of these berserkers, they all carry the runt axe with them.
Cool. Boy, I will worry about all that later. They're just gonna attack normally. It's +5 to hit. Oh my god, D&D Beyond, so loud. All right, so there are 3. Well, it went away. There were 3 6s, which is an 11. I'm gonna have to re-roll some. I don't remember. Do you guys see it on the list?
Yeah,
You're looking for
probably.
a 17 to hit this creature.
Okay.
It stops
just-
after a
yeah.
while.
So 1 hits for sure.
Okay.
So this is 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sorry. What is to hit?
17.
Okay, so 2 or 3 hit, and then 1 more. 4 hit. Okay, and they do. I'm just gonna roll it because it makes sense. +3, so 5, 6, 6, and 12.
6, 6, and 12,
I need to get more
24,
dice.
27 points of damage.
Total?
Yes.
Okay. You don't want them rolled individually because that would be a lot easier if I could just do a total.
And then, because they are attacking with non-magical weapons, Vinrue does take half.
Sure.
So it only takes 12 from this. But he still now has 9 of these, like, Goliath berserkers that are just, like, smacking into his leg.
Underneath
Cool.
Caelum's face, he's looking at awe and mouthing, "What the fuck?"
And, like,
Gwen
some of the
is,
barbarians are, like, pointing at each other, like, "Oh my god, it's you!" And they're like, "Oh my god, like, I haven't seen you in so long!" Like, they seem, like, it's a family reunion of bloodshed.
Yeah. I love it.
All right.
I'm gonna need more dice.
It's like any Jerry Springer episode.
Yeah. So then next up is the lair action, and Vinrue's eye squints, seeing all of these creatures here. And it is then going to summon forth 2 more allies of its own, as 2 more ice bears appear next to these, next to you, Cori. So Cori, you actually have 3 ice bears directly on you.
What the fuck?
And Gwen, you are also standing there, and there are, again, now 3 of these bears. One of them is going to try and strike out towards you, but you did not recklessly attack this turn, so they're just going to be attacking at regular. That's a natural 20 from a bite from a bear. They are...
Just got here.
Unbearable.
So that is going to be for 17 points of bear damage. And then they're going to make a claw attack. That's
Wait,
a miss.
I'm sorry. You said bear damage?
Yeah,
Did you
17
mean,
points of piercing.
Okay.
Yeah. But you're raging, so you only take half.
Right. You said bear damage,
I know.
though.
I know exactly what I said.
Just wanted to make sure.
Did I stutter? No.
No.
No. So then next up is Secondary Bear, who is on Cori. They go and try and take a stabby. That is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, so that is for 7 points of piercing damage. And then a 4 on the die is not going to do it. Then second bear on Cori is a 17 to hit for a bite.
17 will not hit.
Okay.
He bounces off of my my shield, which I can now hold with my arm that I now have.
Okay, and modified 20.
That will hit, though.
Okay. Sounds good.
Cori, like, bounces a bear off of her shield, and she's just, like, laughing to herself over the novelty of this. Then a bear mauls her.
Yeah, the bear swipes at you and deals 13 points of cold damage.
That's still... It's still a lot when you're losing your max off of that on a failed con save.
That is, again, a lair action. This turn it had to use its lair action to summon more bears.
Oh, okay. I would have made that con save anyway.
All right. You're good. Well, you had to make a con save for your Guardian of Nature anyways.
Oh, well then we'll just say that that's what I did.
Wink! Yeah, you're good on that one. So, Caelum, it is your go. Arjhan has just healed... Or, sorry, no, there was a fourth bear that I forgot about. That one was galumphing forward. Caelum, it sees you having risen back. Yeah, you're not standing up. You're still lying on the ground. It is going to run past you and start attacking one of these berserkers. That is a 16 to hit a berserker.
The AC's 13.
Okay, so they end up being able to sink in a bite onto this. How can we make combat even more complicated?
I will set up something for
Okay,
next time. That'll
that
make it
is
easier for me.
a
I'll keep track of
13 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then the second attack for the claw was over their AC by it got a 25 to hit, followed up with 8 points of cold damage.
Cool.
All right, that was it for the lair action. Next up, Caelum.
Vinrue's after me, correct?
Yes, Vinrue does seem to have you within its sight.
I mean, in initiative, sorry.
Yes, Vinrue is directly after you.
But he is also after you, so you better watch your back.
I'll make that a disadvantage. 7th level Agonizer Scorcher through Vinrue.
Okay.
Dex save.
Okay. That is a 19 on the die.
Which is a pass. He takes 20 fire damage.
Okay. Vinrue is not looking happy.
I already halved it, by the way,
Gotcha.
so you don't have to.
Okay. I assumed that was the case.
Bouquet. Okay.
Okay. So it is Vinrue's turn. And you see that same chilled energy begin to build up in it. And it is going to use its chill wind ability once again. So each creature within it would be Arjhan, Caelum, and all of the berserkers need to make a Constitution saving throw.
27.
Okay, 27 succeeds.
13 if I don't have Cori's aura.
You do not have
17.
Cori's aura.
Okay,
Oh, so
13.
24 then. Sorry.
Okay, so 13 fails. Caelum succeeds.
What number am I looking for?
You're not sure.
Okay. And I'm sorry, what save was this? Constitution?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, 5, 13, 13, 15, 18, 3 19s, and a 21.
None of them succeed.
Okay.
On a fail, on a failure, you take 49 points of cold damage.
49. Okay.
On a success, you take half as much.
Okay. Did Gwen need to save?
Gwen did not. It was just those
Okay.
directly around Vinrue.
So.
I'm going to absorb elements again.
Okay.
And half of 49 is 24.
Yeah, 24. I'm gonna absorb elements as well.
Okay. Sounds good. And then that is Vinrue's turn. Are all of those berserkers still up?
Yep.
They meaty.
Okay.
They have 67 HP.
Holy shit.
You know what, Gwen, because you know the rule. You know our homebrew rule. I am willing to say that all berserkers that you summon have 69 HP.
Yes.
Just because that's fucking hilarious.
All right.
Okay, so that is it for Vinrue's turn. Next up, Cori. Cori, you have 3 bears near you and Gwen.
I sure do. I'm gonna drop my Guardian of Nature. And then I'm gonna put it right back up again. With a bonus action. Gaining 10 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And then I'm going to scoot to a position where I can get as many bears as possible in a lightning bolt.
Yeah, you can get 2 bears in a line.
2 bears in a line, baby. That's 2 bears for the price of 1. I'm gonna do it. Bazap, they must make dexterity saving throws.
You do Guardian of Nature and Lightning Bolt at the same turn.
Oh shit, I can't do that. Never mind. I'm gonna swing a sword at a bear.
Okay.
This is what I was saying before, is that like all of the things that I want to do both in the same turn, I can't because they're all spells. Okay,
The wizard's
sword,
conundrum.
at disadvantage because reasons? I forget why.
Disadvantage. No, you wouldn't be at disadvantage.
Are you sure?
I don't believe
I was at
so.
disadvantage for some
Oh, that
reason.
was the chill wind. Which
Is that still around?
yes, that is still around. Because we are. Yeah, it's still around.
Well, the bear must bear a 22
Okay,
to hit.
that hits the bear.
Okay, well, he must also bear 14 slashing damage.
Okay.
And a first level smite, if I still have those. Yeah, one last smite. Just for good old times. Yeah. And that will be 11 radiant damage.
Okay.
Is he still up?
Still up. Still a bear.
All right, well,
Thank you, Levi, for all them 69 bits.
second attack on the bear. 15 to hit.
A 15. Let me check the stats for a bear. That does hit.
Yeah, bears don't have very high AC.
Ah,
Because they don't wear armor.
confused bear noises.
14 slashing damage.
Okay.
Does that get him?
That does get this bear.
All right. Cori takes out a bear with her sword, the old-fashioned way.
Okay. This ice bear falleth.
Goodbye, bear. I think that's it for Cori.
Okay. And Cori, end of your turn. Vinrue is going to use its... Yeah, because it just got all of its legendary actions back. So it is going to look towards you, and with the most wicked smile upon its face, look down towards Cypress. And it is going to use its freeze solid mythic action. And you see the form of Cypress become a block of ice.
Okay.
And you hear Vinrue say, "You will never save them." That's it.
How far am I away from Vinrue?
About 30 feet.
Okay, just checking.
Yep, because that's where Gwen had bamfed off to when she originally exchanged places with Grayskull, who Grayskull is like, he's like in such a good mood. He's been hit before and like immediately bamfed, but now he's like taking damage. He's feeling good. Next up, Arjhan. Arjhan, you see the unconscious Eladrin boy that you have been sent to save turn to ice. Well, save is, again, very tenuous.
Okay, a couple of questions. Number one, how is Vinrue looking?
Vinrue is looking incredibly worse for wear.
Okay. Number two, who is near Vinrue?
Caelum
Okay.
and all of Gwen's spirits that she has summoned to fight alongside her.
All right, and number three, I realized that earlier in the fight, I declared an action surge, and I forgot that I can no longer do that. How would you like to address that?
I also forgot, so let's just leave it.
Okay.
Yep. It sounded so right. I was like, oh yeah, obviously he can do this.
Maybe 3 classes from now, I'll understand the rules of the one that I'm playing. God.
Take the shot.
You guys got your
I
jimmies.
will kill you.
Probably.
Don't kill my
Great.
babies.
The greater good.
He's a lich. He can take it. You've got his soul in your pocket.
Actually, Caelum has the soul in his inventory.
Why?
Who gave that lich his soul?
He was gonna
I
do
use a
some
bonus action to cast a 4th level Hail of Thorns.
Hell yeah.
I am going to load up a hollow point into patience and take a shot. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do her.
Okay, so the actual shot will be 9 points of piercing damage with 8 points of acid damage.
And then do you still have Hunter's Mark up?
No,
Okay.
because whenever I cast Hail of Thorns,
Gotcha.
that is also a concentration
Okay,
spell.
cool.
Caelum, Vinrue, and everybody else within 5 feet of Vinrue needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's a nope, my dude.
Vinrue gets a 21.
What's the DC?
16.
Okay. Half of them make it.
On a failure, you will take 15 points of damage. On a success, that would be 7.
Okay.
Second shot. 25 to hit.
That'll still hit.
I would like to declare Vinrue my favorite foe.
Do it.
Wait, is that a bonus action? No, it's not.
It's
No,
just
it's
that
not.
on a hit, you can declare.
So you're foregoing the Hail of Thorns then? Because doesn't the favor...
Hail of Thorns was cast,
Okay.
and it was a concentration spell that nixed the Hunter's Mark. But
Okay.
once I make the attack, Hail of Thorns fades.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
So
he now favored.
okay. $19 points of damage.
Okay.
That's it. That is it. And I don't go invisible.
Okay.
I'm here now.
Okay. So you are here. Vinrue used his freeze solid ability.
I am here.
It is
Sorry,
now,
okay.
yeah, no, it is actually Gwen's turn because Vinrue does not have any, doesn't have any legendary. So yeah.
I was prepping dice. Okay. Gwen is going to drink a potion of greater healing because she hurt. And I don't want all my babies to go away just yet. I put away all my D4s. What a terrible, terrible person I am. So that's 4d4, which I can just roll a D&D Beyond.
Oh yeah, that ice bear is super fucking dead from all the damage that it took.
Okay. So that's 12 plus 4. 16. Heal. It's still not great. Okay. Gwen is going to... There is a bear by me. Still?
Yes, there are 2 bears.
Okay, Gwen is going to attack the bears. Fuck it, recklessly. Let's go, champ. So I have so many dice out now. You and you. Okay. That's 2 attacks. 20. Why did all my stuff go down?
Probably because it was tied to the item.
Oh,
yeah, so I need
my
to actually,
strength
yeah.
down. Okay. I was like, wait. It's still plus
Yes.
12 to attack. advantage
The
and-
weapon is actually a +3 weapon instead of a +2, but you still have your strength at 20.
Okay, cool. So that would be 30 to hit for the first one. God, I don't even need to attack recklessly anymore, but I'm doing it. And then for the second one, it's gonna be 26
Yeah, both hit.
to hit. Okay, and then the first one is going to do... Go away, D&D Beyond stuff. Okay. The first attack is... oh, shit.
Wait, question. So you chugged a potion.
As
Yes.
an action.
So I don't have
'Kay.
attacks. I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
We are in hour 3 of a combat, like going into hour 3 of a combat. It's okay. We all
Okay.
just staying on the level.
All right.
You used a potion. Cool. Do you have a bonus action or anything else that you can
I guess not, man.
do? Okay.
But now all my boys are going.
Yes.
One did die. The one who took the initial attack. So I only have 8 up. Okay?
Okay.
Only.
17 is the number that you're looking for.
Okay, thank you. I rolled 3 1s. Wow, you guys don't get to come out anymore.
They're not the main 4.
17.
It's fine.
Right. You said 17?
Yes.
So not you. So 3 hit. And they do our plus 3. So 15, 24, 27, 34, 37 points of damage.
Okay. 37. Cut that in half would be 18.
Cool.
Or, yeah, 18.
Yeah.
Okay. It is lair action. The howling winds pick up yet again. The bears go. There are 2 bears on Cori and Gwen. One is going to attack Cori. The other is going to attack Gwen. So Cori, that's a natural 1 for the bite. And a 19 for the claw, which I believe still misses you.
Yep, still misses.
Gwen, that is a 19 to hit you for a bite.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be for 12 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
Then I go and make a claw attack towards you with a natural 20 on the claw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then that is going to be for 16 points of cold damage. And then I need you to make a Constitution save.
Great. God, there's so many to pick from now. 26.
Okay. So 26, you do not lose any maximum HP from this. So you're looking good on that one. So that is the lair action. Next up, Caelum. You're down. Make a death save. You got a 2?
No, that's 2 death fails.
Oh,
Motherfucker,
boy.
every single time.
Wait,
God
question.
damn it.
Yes.
You're in the same house. I can punch you now.
Did you drop from... Yeah, because Arjhan's Hail of Thorns, and then it was a solo shot to the next. So you're good on that one. Okay, so you are at 2 failed death saves.
It's okay. I can come back.
Solid.
If Vinrue doesn't step on me, Daddy.
It is Vinrue's turn. Vinrue has already expressed that it wants to take everything from you, Cori. So it will be doing a corpse kick onto Caelum. That's going to be a hit. So Caelum, galumph, with a big, meaty paw. And Arjhan, how far away are you?
Not very.
Okay. It is going to be making its second claw and bite towards you. So that is a modified 20 to hit with its bite.
So I haven't described the animated shield yet. Whenever Arjhan attuned to it, it just sort of settled on like his wings. So whenever Vinrue tries to slash at Arjhan, you just see these like bits of metal release from around his wings and coalesce right in front of it.
Nice. I'm here for it. So he goes
blocking the attack. My armor class is 21 now.
Woo! Shit. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's going to make a claw attack towards you. And that's a 16. So it misses on its second attack as well. Cori, you have just seen Vinrue step like just big old meat mitten onto Caelum and looking over in his direction as Caelum had pulled the body of Cypress out. Cypress had turned to ice, and then a hail of 1,000 thorns from Arjhan's buckshot had hailed through. There is just a broken icy boy lying next to yet another broken boy, both of which looking very similar to each other. You have 2 bears on you, and there is Vinrue. And Vinrue is breathing incredibly heavy at this point. What would you like to do?
Cori is going to step away from the bears, provoking attacks of opportunity.
Rawr, bear noises. Wow, good bears.
Uh-oh. this could be a problem.
The first bear got a 26 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. And that is going to be for 9 points of cold damage. And the second bear got a 24 or 25 to hit. Or 7 points of cold damage.
All right, still up. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and do a concentration check for my... I won't even do that. She drops it voluntarily.
All right, because you would have needed to make 2 for each attack from the bears.
That's fine. She drops it voluntarily. She closes the distance between herself and Vinrue, and she's going to re-up the Guardian of Nature spell as a bonus action. Instead, she's going to take on the form of a primal beast. She actually channels a bit of Wraith here. I so very much don't want to go in a Naruto direction with this, but I feel like I kind of have to. I'm gonna say that she forms a singular foxtail with an eye in it. And she grows claws, and her eyes turn predatory with that slitted pupil. Teeth, of course, fangies also appear. Her walking speed increases by 10 feet. She has dark vision to a range of 120. She makes strength-based attack rolls with advantage, and her melee weapon attacks deal an extra d6 of force damage on a hit. So... Vinrue is also her vow of enmity target. She has one thing that gives her disadvantage and two things that give her advantage. I know that this is not necessarily a house rule. Tasha's said you can only have advantage or disadvantage, but god damn it, I'm gonna push for this. Can I have advantage on this roll?
It flat.
Okay, fine. That's fine. I'm coming at him with the Blade of Wraith. 17 probably doesn't hit.
17 is exactly the number that you need.
Okay, here comes some damage, baby. That's a 14 slashing damage. That is 6 force damage. I'm putting a 2nd level smite on here. Where are you, baby? Come on. I shouldn't have had coffee. 23 radiant damage.
Cori, I have a very, very important question to ask you. What does it look like? What does it look like when you bring Vinrue to 0? And also, who has the urn?
It's Arjhan.
So, Cori, what does it
It's
look
Arjhan.
like when you lash out at this creature for its final moments before Arjhan can Ghostbuster suck him into an urn?
Sure. She steps away from the bears, getting slashed twice. The bark fades off of her. There's a moment where you can see that there are tears streaming down her face. She reaches up and she just wipes them away callously, looks at Vinrue and says, "You shouldn't have done that." And then she goes sprinting towards him, and with every step, the primal form of the beast overtakes her, until finally she just like full on like samurai slashes directly through him with that sword, and then lands behind him, and he like falls in half.
There is that moment where, as you're on the other side, it is just the spray that is going everywhere. Cori, because you attacked him, you do take 6 points of cold damage.
I am up at 1.
And as Vinrue begins to enter into their death throes, Arjhan.
We will make for you a home.
And Vinrue lets out the angriest cry that a primordial fae on their last leg can possibly give. And you see the etchings on the outer walls of this urn begin to glow with a bright, vibrant golden light that then lashes out, and it looks like chains and tethers wrap themselves around Vinrue and begin to pull them in. And as they do, Vinrue, with as much force as they can possibly muster, try to drag into the snow to keep themselves from entering into this most hated of chambers. But they do not have the strength. They do not have the power. And they are pulled into the urn. The berserkers begin to cheer. Their quarry finally put away. The ice bears shudder and fall and collapse to the ground in collected pools of ice. The blizzard that was tearing around you begins to quiet. And Cori, as you are taking these deep breaths with 1 hit point, you look down and see Caelum is still not moving.
And Cypress has been shattered.
Cypress is shattered.
She'll stumble over to Caelum, and she'll take the ring off of his finger. She brings it up to her mouth and she whispers, "Eve Bin, I call you back." And the diamond shatters in her hand and she just sprinkles it over him as she casts a Revivify on Caelum. Oh, but first she does a bonus action to get her 3rd level spell slot back.
That seems pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Steven,
Yep.
you want to leave it till next week to see if Caelum thinks that's his real name or not?
Yeah, I think that's as good a place as any to call it for tonight. So with that,
You son of a bitch.
So
Caelum, what the fuck?
So with that, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who decided to stick with us for this wonderful game. Huzzah! Winter has been tamed! But at what cost? So, thank you again to everybody who decided to stop by. Thank you to these awesome players. That was a really long combat. A lot of shit happened. But I always have a great time whenever these people are on this channel. RJ, where can we find you? What do you do?
You can find me cackling at my home. But hey, everybody, I'm RJ here on the channel. But you can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch. Connor, I'm sorry. Or I tweet about the nerdy things in my life and sometimes play video games. You can see me here again next week as Caelum, the Shatterclad Wizard Cleric, maybe. This week, Thursday, Nada. Saturday over at GGK for Star Power, and I think Sunday mornings over at the Hype Goblins for our Nexus Adventures. DanaeKeener.com.
Hello, everyone. I'm LBHackEmUp. You can find me at LBHackEmUp on the Twitters and the Twitches, where you can see my dice collection and know that, god damn it, I am ready for this. I need to roll 15 plus NPCs. I got it, okay? I got it. It's not even important. You can also find me next on my channel tomorrow, where the Hype Goblin, aka Sarah, is going to teach me how to style a wig. Yes, it's going to be a stream of me. I can't even do my own hair, so this is going to be a struggle. It's going to be great. Stop by to see that, and then after that we'll be on GGK for our masks game, I think. Yeah, because we were supposed to do Lamb of Eam last week. So masks, where I play a alien girl who just wants to find love. We'll see if it happens. And then Nerd Immersion on Wednesday, Thursday back. Nope, nothing on. Nope, on my channel on Wednesday. Sorry, I'm having a moment. My channel on Wednesday, because we're playing 4x4, we're playing Monster of the Week with Jordan with PH Solution and some GGK peeps. Thursday on Nerd Immersion's doing Baldur's Gate 3, where I'm learning not to click on things. I haven't mastered it yet, but we're trying. And on Thursday, back on my Friday on my channel, where we're playing horror games, Song of Silence, and then GGK on Sunday for Monster of the Week. DanaeKeener.com.
Hi, I'm Cyber. You can find most of my stuff at cyberworld1201.live. It's got links to my YouTube, where I have all the archives from my Twitch, where this week and for most of February, we are going to be playing Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood, and having an wonderful time. I didn't come up with that. Blame Liz Mac. Yeah. For other Werewolf the Apocalypse action, at some point in February, I might be back on High Shelf Gaming to resume our Werewolf the Apocalypse game. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how the scheduling works. But I will be back here on Thursday for one more game of Tyrant Security, because we're in the end game. We are in the final dungeon. It's the thing. Oof. And obviously you can find me here as well. Check out jabroni.tv. It's got a lot of cool people doing a lot of cool things. We should be having more stuff on the YouTube pretty soon once I edit videos. But there's cool stuff coming there in the future, so you should check out Jabroni TV on YouTube. It sure be cool if I could tell you that it's youtube.com/JabroniTV, but it's not yet. DanaeKeener.com.
Whoa, hey, speaking of DanaeKeener.com, hi everybody, I'm Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on this channel. I play as Cori the Eldrin Paladin on Mondays right here during this game. It's so fun. I have a lot of fun on this game. Steven, you do such a good job. You can find me also on Twitter at Danae Keener. That's where my schedule is, so go and check that out. That's it, DanaeKeener.com.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this on Monday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as on Sundays at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If this is your first time joining us, so you can go to youtube.com/Indoor Adventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, where you can also check out full playlists of things like Ghosts of Saltmarsh, Curse of Strahd, Waterdeep, Dragon Heist, Tomb of Annihilation, as well as, hey, soon to be Tyrant Security. So we got a lot of stuff for all of your viewing and listening enjoyment wherever things can be made available for free, because that's where I like to put stuff, because, you know, paying to put an audio cast somewhere just seems kind of weird. But speaking of paying to put things places, we do have a Patreon-supported after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So if you would like to help support the show, also listen in on the questions, all of the audio casts up there are made available for free, but it's still nice to help get some support every once in a while. So consider going to patreon.com/Indoor Adventures. But we are going to be heading into that after show right now. So I would like to say once again, thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by and join us for this wonderful game. Thank you to these players for putting up with my bullshit once again this week. And we'll see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye!